everybody. Thank you so much for being here tonight. It's going to be another great night here at DART.
Hi, everybody. It's me, Regis. Kelly Ripa, right here. Come on.
6 years ago, Frank came home after being on the Avenue and said, Kath, there's this family in Greenwich. They're going through something unbelievable. Regis and Joy are going to be doing something for them, and we just have to be a part of it. And so when I heard about it, I said, of course. And so I'll never forget, our daughter Cassidy's exact same age as Dana. And as we were leaving to come to the first event, we watched our healthy 11-year-old girl with her blonde ponytail swinging fly out the door wherever she was going. She'd say, tell the little girl I love her, Mommy, and I'm praying that they raise a lot of money tonight.
Niemann-Pick is a disease that is genetic, and it affects children. And both of the parents have to be carriers of that gene. And basically, in a nutshell, it's like the child's version of Alzheimer's disease. The inability to metabolize cholesterol.
It's really tragic to watch someone go from full functioning and slowly deteriorate over years, knowing the end result is death. It's heartbreaking.
It's a very important event. I love what this family has done here in Greenwich to draw all these people year after year after year to raise money for this terrific disease that I learned about a long time ago from the Notre Dame coach, Ara Parsegian. He's lost 3 grandkids to Niemann-Pick.
We have labs around the country. We have to just keep funding the studies, and right now we are ready to do another drug trial for these kids within 12 months. Well, we need to start doing the preparation for it, and that's why we're here tonight, because we need to raise funds towards that.
As the years have gone on, it's sad to see Dana deteriorate, and you hope that that doesn't happen for Andrew, that he can stay healthy.
Really the only way to get from where we are, where we can recognize these diseases, to the point where we can do something about them is by doing research. If we don't do research, we're not going to come up with the therapies.
If we can find treatments for Niemann-Pick or a cure for Niemann-Pick C, we are on our path to finding answers are better.
With the medication, with the research, they're finding more kids are walking longer, which is more beneficial to their overall system.
Through a very wonderful happenstance, we discovered a drug that really has remarkable effects on reversing the disease within brain in animal models of Niemann-Pick C disease. And so this is being tested now very rigorously, and the goal is to try to move towards clinical trials with this compound.
You can imagine having a child that seems completely normal at birth, and then a little ways down the road you notice something wrong. A little bit later they might have some ataxic symptoms or something like that, and eventually you end up with this devastating disease that it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to treat.
It's a tragedy, and the reason for that is there's so few of them that are infected with this disease, and so there's not much money being used to find a cure for it.
Unfortunately, research costs money. Costs money for people, costs money for supplies and equipment, and so the money is what makes it happen.
My heart, I can't tell you how I feel right now. And I saw another little girl, and by the end of the night or the middle of the night, I know I'm going to do some crying. And I have 2 grandchildren, a year-old, 6-year-old, who run and sing and play, and that's what gives me joy. And that's what I live for now. So I can't imagine being parents of kids, I just can't.
A little while ago, I didn't know much about it, and it was through, that relationship of meeting Dana's parents that, began to learn about it. There needs to be more education, more exposure about this so we can hopefully find a cure.
People who are so passionately committed to, because of their personal affiliation, to making the cure come to fruition. So I'm glad to be a little part of tonight.
It's so great to see a family get out and organize something like this for such a great cause. I mean, anytime anybody calls from this organization, we answer the call, and I always show up and talk about it on the radio, and it's just a good feeling to be here.
If it were your child, if it were your brother's child, if it was related to you in any way, it would be as devastating to you as anything that they could possibly have.
This organization, Dana's Angels Research Trust, has done in terms of supporting basic research. It's one of the reasons we're so close to this therapy now. We still have a ways to go, but we're close in part because of in fact, of DART's contributions to basic research.
When you get it and you understand receiving isn't what it's all about, giving is what it's all about, that kind of attitude becomes infectious.
The reality is, I think, if it's your kid, put yourself in that mindset, and then how could you not show up?
As a parent of 4 kids, I can't help but internalize, but for the grace of God, go I.
There's not a lot of money in this, and so for people to come out and be able to donate their time and money to a cause, it's a great idea.
The government's not doing it, so if we don't step in and do it, it won't get done.
We can do it. We can find the cure for this, so God bless them. That's what I'm saying always.
Niemann-Pick has a few kids, but we've got to just keep the mission going and keep studying it, and we are very close.
It's important because we're saving children's lives. I don't know anything that's more important than that.
Thank you all for being here tonight, and you can have a wonderful evening of entertainment, but just remember in the back of your mind why you're here.